Can you explain his skin color versus Chris's? Just like, why does he have lighter skin than Chris? Like, what happened?
I mean, I guess like your ancestors moved to like a colder climate and they needed like the features to survive in that area. So although we're all like from Africa, like your ancestors needed something different than Chris' ancestors.
Like, okay, but why skin? Like, what does skin do? Chris, do you know? Why is your skin more darkly pigmented than his?
Pretty sure it's because it's like closer to the equator, right?
Yeah.
It was warmer.
Okay.
The sun was more exposed. And for him, his ancestors were like up north, so colder. I don't think the sun was out like that.
So you think it has something to do with the sun?
Yeah, like heat and like.
Okay. Bro, do you know? Do you have anything to add to it?
I mean, I can guess again, like maybe darker skin's more like a natural sunscreen so that the UV rays don't affect it as much as lighter skin, and maybe lighter skin's better at absorbing like vitamin D or something from the sun because we see less sun.
How does dark skin do that? Like, what's the mechanism for that?
But maybe the melanin absorbs like the UV rays, and since there's so many more down closer to the equator, like it takes more of that to absorb it, and that's what makes the skin darker.
Uh-huh. Okay, I got it. We start walking upright about 5 million years ago. We start losing our hair about 1.1 to 1.2 million years ago. And, you know, when you're out in really hot climates, and where we're talking about, by the way, is in this region here. And if you've ever been, I know at least one of you is from Ethiopia. So right in here. And so somehow the body's got to manage losing hair. And the skin is our largest organ on our body. And it's really dangerous to get UV rays. This isn't like a new thing, like, sunburn and getting too many UV rays and so on and so forth. This isn't just it's not a new thing. It's forever. And so the body produces a certain protection from the sun. And it's this melanin, but it has the property of turning the skin darker. And so what we see are people in this area around the equatorial region, but especially in here, but all around, we see darker skin. It evolved, right? So people to hold on to their darker skin. So going back 100,000 years, everyone basically had dark skin. And skin that was more the color of, say, the two of you, right? I mean, because you have, different skin tones, but more the color of the two of you than Andrew and I. Like, our skin didn't even exist in the world 100,000 years ago, okay? And so everything's good, right? So but people are getting lots of sun because people aren't wearing clothes. They're not wearing hoodies and T-shirts and hats and stuff. So people are getting lots of sun, which means their bodies are making a lot of vitamin D, which you mentioned, right? Which is awesome. So sun's hitting us, vitamin D, we've got the calcium going, everything is good. We're being protected from the UV rays. But then people migrate north. And they go up in here where there's less sun. And now you got a problem, right? Because now you've got all this, you need, not only do you have less sun, and you got this dark skin that's protecting you, that's keeping you from synthesizing, making vitamin D that you really need. But the more you go north, the more people are wearing heavier clothing and they're covering up all their bodies. And so now you got a real problem here because people in the northern hemispheres aren't getting nearly enough sun. So therefore, their skin lightens. So like Andrew and I, so suddenly it becomes lighter skin like ours is really important in the north because we have to take advantage of every little bit of sun that we can get all year round. And so then we see the body change, right? And he and I are producing much less melanin. And so it's a different kind of world. So, dude, Chris, what's it better? This is a trick question, my friend. Better to have dark skin or light skin? Is it better to have darker skin or lighter skin?
You personally, or you got like technically?
No. No, not you personally. People, human beings. Speak for the world. Is it better to have lighter skin or darker skin?
I would assume if you said we all started off,
Hold it
like,
close.
if we all started off with darker skin and then we moved north and got lighter, if everyone had darker skin, I'm assuming darker skin is better, right?
But think about what I just said.
Oh, when they moved, okay. I don't know. Personally, I think I'm gonna go with darker because it is pretty warm. But I don't know.
Dude, with climate change coming at us,
Yeah.
probably darker skin's a better thing to have. But nonetheless, what would you say? Is it better to have darker skin or lighter skin?
I mean, if you have darker skin and you live here like me, I don't get very much vitamin D,
Yep.
so that's not a good thing.
Okay.
So, but we have vitamin D supplements now.
Yeah.
So,
So you're all right.
yeah.
But do you ever think, like, why aren't there are a lot of PSAs, public services announcements, for people like Andrew, right? How many times do you hear wear sunscreen?
Yeah, I don't get sunburned.
You don't get sunburned.
Yeah.
Are there PSAs aimed at you and Chris that say, hey, in the wintertime in State College, y'all, those of you with more darkly pigmented skin, you need to get out and get as much sun as you possibly can, or take supplements because, like, you really need that sun. You need those UV rays. Have you seen those PSAs?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Where do you see them?
I mean, I'm just told to go out, get rays.
Just go get the rays. Are you were you told that, like, in New York, or like when you come up here? Because it's really cloudy
No,
up here.
I went to the my mom took me to the doctor and it said I have a vitamin D deficiency, so I have to take like supplements and stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't be taking it.
No, listen. Yeah, exactly. Because this is a really key thing. So the trick of the question, by the way, and we're gonna do the top hat in 1 second. 1 second. Here, by the way, the key is, the reason I asked the question, is it better to have more darkly pigmented or lightly pigmented skin? Yo, this is really important. Depends on where you are. If you're in an area where you're not getting very much sun and it's really hard for you to take advantage of what little bit of sun exists, then you probably want as light a skin as you possibly can have. But if you're in an area where you're gonna get a lot of sun, you're gonna be in the sun, then darker skin is awesome, right? Like, awesome, because you're gonna be protected. Like, you can get skin cancer. You can get skin cancer, but I'm more likely to get it. So you're like, okay, it's all good. It's just whatever skin you have is the best skin to have, first off, but just wherever you are, it's all good. Hey, by the way, thanks you all. Can you put top hat? Did you guys have fun? Did you enjoy it?